spending $50,000 on a car is usually a terrible financial decision. A few years ago, I thought it was crazy when I bought myself to a brand new Tesla, because before then, the most money I had ever spent on a car was $12,000 for a used Pontiac. But recent news claims that the Tesla Model 3 is actually cheaper than the average new car in the US. Although that's quite impressive, that statistic only considers the purchase price. It got me thinking, how does an expensive Tesla Model 3 actually compare in terms of total cost of ownership against cheaper popular cars? Next month, I'll hit 5 years of ownership of my 2018 Tesla Model 3. In this video, I'll show you exactly how much it has cost me to own it, and we'll also see if it's actually been a better financial decision than buying the most popular best-selling sedan. After almost 5 years, let's first calculate my total upfront cost of ownership for my Tesla, beginning with the original purchase. I own a 2018 Tesla Model 3, which is among the first in production to include a long-range battery and rear-wheel drive. The order price for this specific model was $56,000, which included the base 18-inch wheels and all the extra add-ons including red paint, the premium upgrade package, enhanced autopilot, and destination fees. One of the biggest reasons I bought a Tesla Model 3 was because I knew I'd be eligible for the full $7,500 federal tax credit, which I did receive, bringing the price down to $40,500. However, I did need to install an outlet in my garage to charge the car, which ended up being quite expensive because my garage is the furthest possible distance from my electrical panel. That cost me $904 after rebates, meaning my total upfront cost was $49,440. Now let's talk about my service costs for my Model 3 so far. In the beginning, before my new vehicle warranty expired, there were a few minor repairs that were done. These included a windshield wiper clicking noise, a driver door handle not closing properly, a bad LTE connection board, and a driver door clicking noise. These were all covered under warranty and fixed by a mobile technician at my location. However, since I drive about 24,000 miles per year, the new vehicle warranty expired after about 2 years of ownership. So all of my maintenance and out-of-warranty repairs cost a total of $1,000. Concerning tires and insurance, I spent roughly $150 a month for full coverage insurance on my Tesla, for a total of roughly $9,000 so far. My tires have only been changed twice, costing me $1,400. Nearly all of my tire rotations were done for free at a local tire shop that offers Tesla owners free rotations as a clever business strategy. However, for my last 2 rotations, I decided to pay Tesla to come to my location for convenience, and they did it for $50 each. This means my total cost for tires and insurance so far is $10,500. Now let's dive into the most interesting cost for my Model 3, charging the car. I've driven 120,000 miles, and according to my Model 3's odometer, it took 3,300 kilowatt-hours of energy to cover that distance. My charging costs fall into 2 categories: home charging and supercharging. While I've had free supercharging for most of my Model 3 ownership, I'll assume I paid for all of it to make this comparison fairer. Based on my driving habits, I estimate that 94% of my charging is done at home, with the remaining 6% at superchargers during trips. This might seem uneven, but remember that the first 300 miles of a road trip are considered home charging since I start with a full battery. Plus, I often get free charging at places like hotels and Airbnbs while traveling. So the total energy charged at home comes to 28,500 kWh. When charging at home, my Model 3 charges overnight during off-peak hours, which are cheaper than daytime rates. In Louisville, Kentucky, off-peak electricity costs 10 cents per kWh, bringing my total home charging cost to about $2,800. That leaves 1,800 kW of electricity consumed at superchargers on trips. According to multiple sources, the average supercharger cost is 25 cents per kWh, which means my total supercharging cost, if I actually paid for it, would be $455, This brings my total estimated charging cost to $300. If we add up all these costs, the upfront cost, the service and maintenance costs, the tires and insurance, and the charging cost, it brings my Model 3's grand total cost of ownership to $64,200 after nearly 5 years and 120,000 miles. That equates to an ownership cost of around 54 cents per mile. That means for my personal situation, a Tesla Model 3 and a Toyota Camry have the exact same estimated total cost of ownership after 120,000 miles. Of course, this comparison can be construed in many different ways. For example, I could choose to compare the cheapest entry-level Camry, which has a lower upfront cost and better gas mileage, but the features and ownership experience would be much different.